Hi everyone, Harvey here. Today I would like to share my thoughts on choosing a better woman as your significant other, your life partner, your low paw, your sayang. Yeah. Before I begin, remember to turn on the subtitle, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. Thank you. Without further ado, let's start. Why is choosing a better woman so important? You see, we may be accountants, lawyers, engineers, hawkers, bankers, property experts, but these are our professions and these are what we do for a living. But love is the reason why we live. The right kind of love makes us perform better at work, be kinder, and be more mature in mind and young at heart. On the other hand, the wrong kind of love brings out the worst in humans, and the effect may pass on to the next generations. That's why we must know how to choose a better partner. Besides, I know some of you just broke up, feeling that the world is crashing down on you, but don't lose hope. There are still many good women in the world. You just need to find a better one. As I'm a man, I speak from a man's perspective, and because I've never courted a man before, I can only share how to choose a better woman. By better woman, I mean woman that we plan to marry and spend our entire life with. You see, most men, including myself, are attracted to sexy women, especially women who have talents in sports, singing, dancing, and so on. However, we have to remember that beauty catches the eyes only. When it comes to spending the entire life together, it's a different story. There are more factors to consider. After all, you can't expect the laundry, dinner, or babysitting to settle itself with singing. If your goal is to be a sugar daddy or have a relationship with no string attached, then I can't help as well. I personally don't think that it will make you a happier person in the long run. To attract a good woman, first of all, we have to be a good man. That's the basic law of attraction. Well, the big word is security. How to project a sense of security? Start by proving that you know how to take care of yourself. Make your bed, clean your room, brush your teeth twice daily, eat healthily, to name a few. We don't necessarily need to be very good at sports because not everyone is an athlete. Still, at least our BMI should be within a healthy range and we can perform basic physical tasks. Imagine the worries that you bring to others if you frequent clinics or are always too tired for everything. There would be no fun, let alone romance. Then we should have a good circle of friends. Friends who make your woman feel secure are friends who treat her respectfully, embrace her presence, even help her in times of need. Of course, a decent person with or without a life partner, we should have the knowledge, hard skills, soft skills, and virtues that you feel confident with, that other people can count on. No one is perfect, but your knowledge, skills, and character should be good enough to get a job and get paid. Then we move on to the deepest level. Your woman should feel secure that you respect her on her merits and as an individual with her independent mind. Men know the importance of providing a sense of security to women, but many often do it the wrong way. It's all well and good in the honeymoon period when women usually are more shy and submissive. Men feel amazing because they can be a man by giving presents, showing directions, and foot the bill. And when the woman falls sick, the man brings a bowl of porridge to the bedside. At this point, the man feels his value in the relationship. Over time, the relationship moves on to the next stage. The chemistry changes as the woman becomes more independent and starts expressing more. This is when some men feel that their superiority is being threatened. They are so desperate to protect their own self-esteem and value in the relationship that they stop protecting the relationship. Men tend to start giving advice to the woman. You should do this, you should not do that. This is the way man exerts his value when he has no other value to offer. That's why, as mentioned earlier, you should feel confident about your knowledge, skills, and character, because if you are not, most likely you need your woman to feed your ego and self-esteem constantly. And when your woman has to feed your ego all the time to make you feel like a man, she won't feel happy and safe. And she will change her behavior towards you as well. So this one vicious cycle that you don't want to enter into. So what should you do? Be a real man. Firstly, a real man is emotionally stable. Yes, we can be vulnerable and have emotions. Still, when we are down, we should know how to pick ourselves up, have proper channels to distress, and if you wish to share your woes with your woman, confide in her gently. Tell her how you feel. Try to analyze why you feel that way instead of blaming her for all the emotions that you feel. Secondly, a real man exudes confidence. If you don't feel confident in your knowledge and skills, brush up lah. There's no shortcut, there's no back door. We all should improve ourselves until we are confident with ourselves. When you are more emotionally stable and confident, it will reflect in your body language and your frame of mind. Naturally, you will be attractive to your woman. I remember my wife, then my girlfriend, always tried to talk about her interactions with other men to make me feel jealous, as she was attractive and popular. I love her and I felt truly happy for her, as that's the only time when women get to be courted by many men at the same time. But I know my own virtues and strengths, so I was not bothered and never fell into her trap. But I know my own virtues and strengths, so I was not bothered and never fell into a trap. Surprisingly, that makes her even sure that I'm the one. She feels safe around me. The essence of this is gender equality. Emma Watson said it best.
Men, I would like to take this opportunity to extend your formal invitation. Gender equality is your issue too, because to date, I've seen my father's role as a parent being valued less by society, despite my needing his presence as a child as much as my mother's. I've seen young men suffering from mental illness, unable to ask for help, for fear it would make them less of a man or less of a man. In fact, in the UK, suicide is the biggest killer of men between 20 to 49, eclipsing road accidents, cancer, and coronary heart disease. I've seen men made fragile and insecure by a distorted sense of what constitutes male success. Men don't have the benefits of equality either. We don't often talk about men being imprisoned by gender stereotypes, but I can see that they are, and that when they are free, things will change for women as a natural consequence. If men don't have to be aggressive in order to be accepted, women won't feel compelled to be submissive. If men don't have to control, women won't have to be controlled. Both men and women should feel free to be sensitive. Both men and women should feel free to be strong. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum instead of two sets of opposing ideals.
Now, if you have been a good man, you deserve to have a good woman. As I said earlier, beauty catches the eyes, but personality captures the heart. So what personality matters most? To me, the two most important personalities are a positive outlook on life and sense of humor. No matter how pretty and sexy a woman is, if she laments and gossips all the time, it will intoxicate that relationship and make it full of negative energy. Both you and the woman will not be able to enjoy those little beautiful things that life has to offer. You see, life is simple but not easy. When you choose a woman with a positive mindset, rest assured that she knows how to embrace uncertainties, manage stress, and overcome challenges. I remember I fell in love with my wife at first sight. I was attending a university event with a friend because a popular celebrity, a movie star, came to our university to give a talk. Both my friend and I bought a book written by the celebrity and we wanted to get an autograph. However, the manager of the celebrity rejected our request. Just when we wanted to request again, from out of the blue, a girl appeared in front of me and told me this: if a celebrity does not want to sign the autograph, what's the point if you get it by force? Then, the girl who advised us spent another 30 minutes to cheer my friend up. That girl is my wife now. I fell in love with her instantly. True enough, her positive mindset helped her pick up many new skills from scratch, including swimming, sales and marketing, cooking, to name a few. We are curious to learn new things in this world together, to understand each other's interests. When your woman has a positive mindset and a sense of humor, she's also likely to mingle well with colleagues and your family members. because she can see the good in people and in difficult situations. You see, life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. We really need a lot of positivity and humor towards life to ride on the wave and make every day count by filling it with laughter. If you have identified the right woman, take action. Many men never fail to get their dream woman because they never take a step. When taking action, remember this: never make her feel uncomfortable. Moderation is best. Just do everything in moderation. Text her in moderation, show off yourself in moderation, give present in moderation. There has to be more surprise element in it. If you send good morning messages every single morning, it will become irritating over time, isn't it? Many men don't know the right timing to start a conversation and don't know how to start the conversation. Most of the time, they will straight away ask the woman, how do you feel? What are you doing? Don't you feel that it's too straightforward? When others focus on you right away, you feel stressed too. And you enter into that fight or flight mode. When talking with a woman you like or anyone, you can focus on the subject first instead of the person. For example, if you meet in a library or a bookstore, you don't talk about her, you talk about the book. If you meet her in a bar, you talk about the drink or the music. Understand that women naturally have a self-protection and smart filtering mechanism. For a woman, if everyone walks up to her and tell her that she's beautiful, then expect to get a date. Then how many dates the woman need to go on throughout her whole life? So dear man, please focus on finding a common interest, not just you are my interest. There's no wisdom, no intelligence, no humor at all. So you know how to be more subtle and delicate. But that's not all. She may not accept you right away. So you must be patient and consistent. Maintain your composure and gentleman behavior. At the same time, try to find out what makes her tick. You never know, sometimes the weirdest or old school or random action may just win her heart. As for my case, my wife fell in love with me after I wrote a letter to her. I'm not a charismatic person. Luckily, I expressed my feelings with words, and it worked. Oh, one more thing. Be transparent always. Dear man, let me ask you this question. If your colleague or superior calls you during your romantic date with your dream woman, what should you do? Well, I have a suggestion. Before picking up the phone call, tell the woman who called you and briefly what is it about, and explain that you are a responsible person, so you need to take that call. After you pick up the call and understand the situation, tell the person on the other side of the phone that you are in an important event with a good friend. Then ask for permission to speak on the loudspeaker. End the phone call by politely asking if the colleague or superior has anything else to discuss. If all settled, then let him or her know that you will spend quality time with a good friend now. So yeah, I hope my tips today are helpful to you. As you can see, money and looks have little to do with this. So stop getting into the never-ending argument that bread and love, which is more important. When we find the right one, and when both man and woman treat each other well and learn how to grow together, happiness follows and success will follow. Everyone can choose a better woman and have a happy relationship. And it starts with us.